You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's another great day here in Gwinnett, y'all. Happy Thursday. Hey, Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the show. I'm so happy to be with you today. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett. It's about 75 degrees going up to about 97. It was hot yesterday. When I tell you hot, it was hot. And the ragweed is killing me and my guests today. No, not killing us. It's really hindering us a little bit, but we're still living. But I got a guest today in the studio, y'all. So, today, we know what today is. Today is a seat at the table day, and I have a guest today. We're going to be talking about some very good things. But it's a great day here in Gwinnett. Beautiful weather. Listen, today is horoscope time. We're going to do the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiessen, and we're going to kick it off today for August the 15th. Do you realize we are in the middle of this month? Like, literally, we are so close to fall. It is unbelievable. We are, 3/4 through the year? We are 3/4 through the year. I mean, time is flying. It's not waiting for anybody. And it's not waiting for us. But listen, let's go ahead and see what the stars got for you today. We're going to kick it off with Aries. You'll be drawn to individuals who provide you with both intellectual conversation and physical passion. Go out shopping today. I like that. Ooh, Aries, take me with you. Difficulties will result if you have to deal with controversial groups. Okay, listen. So, y'all know I went to the dentist yesterday to get my braces off, right? Guess what? I didn't get them off. 2 more weeks. So, yes, I'm still stumbling. Yes, I am. Taurus, you should put your efforts into creative projects. Throw yourself into your work. I like creative projects. I'm not that creative when it comes to, like, making things, but ask me how to write a book, and I can tell you. Gemini, ferret out information that will hold them responsible. Avoid disputes with family. Their complaints can't change anything anyway. It may not be the best day to confront your employers. Not if you want your job. Be careful about that, Gemini. Don't go trying to talk to the employees today with some crap. Could cost you your job. Cancer, your passionate mood will be well received by your mate. That sounds nice. You can do well on stage or behind the scenes. The choice is yours. You may have difficulties with someone close to you. All right, watch out for that person close to you. Be careful with that, Cancer. Leo, you could meet an interesting individual who want to get to know you better. Could be love, you never know. Could be money, you never know. Don't push limitations on yourself. Don't put limitations on yourself. If you address those in a position to grant you favors, you should get the support you require. You got to ask, though. That's the one thing we don't do. If you don't ask, nobody knows you need it. Virgo, residential moves are evident. Your words will be taken out of context if you're evasive with coworkers or employers. Home improvement projects could run smoothly. All right, go ahead, do something for the home. Fix it up today. They're going to run smoothly. Today is your day. So if you've been thinking about doing some good stuff, it's your time. All right, I'm going to a song, and I bring you the rest of the horoscopes brought to you by astrologer Micah Thiessen right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Stay tuned, y'all.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. disturb. Just a lesson that I've learned, and so it goes. Tables turn, and you're on your own. When I think about the way, when I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better off. When I look at what I've done, I'm really hard. When I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better off. When I look at what I've done, I'm really hard. When I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong.
Hey, welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by astrologer Michael Thyssen. That's a great song. I got so many songs in my playlist that I play. I've never even played that one before. I'm like, that's a really nice song. I'm sitting here bopping my head. My guests couldn't hear it. If you were listening live, you could have heard it, but you'll have to hear it later. All right, so listen, I'm going to pick up with Libra. So we're going to pick it up right here. Trips, educational pursuits, or projects that could lead to new outlooks should be on your agenda. Expect to pay more than you anticipated for entertainment or other purchases. Okay, so listen, expect to spend some money today because that's what's going to happen, Libra. Just expect it. If you can include them in your plans, do so. I don't know who they are, but if you can include them, go ahead and include them. Scorpio, someone important may be watching you from afar. People are always watching. Trust me when I tell you that. You don't even know. It's so funny. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So I was on this girl's show last year. She had a podcast too, and I'm not a big Facebook person. Like, I'm not a big Facebook person because I feel like people are stalking you. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on her show. And she said to me, I gotta be honest, I was stalking you. And I was like, I knew it. So people are watching you. You just don't know. And I was freaking out. I was like, see, that's why I don't like Facebook. People are stalking you. Anyway, Scorpio, someone important may be watching you from afar. You may have difficulties while traveling or problems dealing with close friends or relatives. Your flair for dramatic appeal will unleash itself at social functions. Listen, don't let it listen. It's a social function. Don't let too much get unleashed. Remember, people are watching you. Sagittarius, unhandedness will affect your reputation. Okay, underhandedness. Try to stay calm and do the best you can. Don't be too eager to start your debates. Watch out now. Be careful there. And don't be underhanded. Your rep is all you got. I tell you all the time my story about Grease 2. I love Grease 2. Grease 2 and Saturday Night Fever are the two movies I watch over and over. But when Johnny and Gooch and all those guys go to say, hey, they go to Michael to do their paper, they was like, don't tell anybody. We got a rep to protect. That's one of my favorite lines. So listen, you got a rep to protect, Sagittarius, so watch it. Capricorn, you can expect to feel confused about your personal prospects. You may not make unnecessary changes today. Perhaps due to preoccupation will be upsetting. Mishaps. I'm just messing up. Mishaps due to preoccupation will be upsetting. Be careful. Be careful of the mishaps today. Aquarius, romantic opportunities are evident if you get involved in large group or organization. So you're looking for a little romance, you got to get out and network today. Think about starting your own small business. Think about it, but think real hard. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. There might be a problem with a will or with an insurance policy. Get your papers in order. Get your assets in order. Protect your stuff. Watch out now. My fellow fish Pisces, you will be unusual, charming. You'll be your unusual, charming self today. Really? Okay. And the partners you attract may be the adventurous type. That's what I am. I asked my husband last night. I said, why did you marry me? He said, because you were adventurous. I said, oh, really? Is that why? That's the only reason? That's what he said. So obviously he think I'm adventurous. Someone you care about may not be too well. Delve into worthwhile causes that will show results if you put in the effort. Listen, that's all I got for you today from Michael Thyssen. I know the astrologer here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'll be back on Thursday with more to tell you what your stars have in store for you. But now we're going to start the interview process. Nope, I got one last thing. We're not going to start just yet. Almost. I forgot to tell you. So I got a little bit of good news. Not a little bit of good news. I got some good news. So, Primerica. For those of you who don't know what Primerica is a financial services company. I am actually a Primerica rep. That's on my second, third, fourth, maybe my seventh business. One of them businesses. But anyway, they have done something really cool. They have donated a van to the Red Cross, the American Red Cross, and that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And you got to think about this for a second. The American Red Cross does a great job of providing us with blood. So those and also when there is a problem, when there's Katrina hits and floods, and they're first responders whenever there's a disaster. So not only do they do blood, but they are there to help out when there's a disaster. And so because of the work that they do, Primerica, which is the financial needs services right here in Duluth, Georgia, have gifted them a van. A Dodge Ram ProMaster City van, and that's a great thing. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Primerica for doing such a great thing. They did that on yesterday, so I'm going to give them a round of applause because I like to show people, give them a hand when they do something wonderful. All right, so listen, there is a young woman in the studio with me this morning at the table, because this is our segment, the Seat at the Table Thursday, and she represents an organization that helps a group of people who are very special, and she has someone in her family who's very special. That's why this is a cause that's near and dear to her heart. So my guest today is Ms. Terry Ware. She is the director of Y'all's Group. So y'all hear me say at the end of the show every time, bye y'all. Well, y'all actually means something other than my southern drag for y'all. It means something. I'm going to let Terry tell you what it means in a few seconds. But Terry is the director. She also sits on the board of special needs schools here in Gwinnett County. And that organization has been around for 30 years. So Terry, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me, Audrey. It's a pleasure.
Listen, so at the end of every show, I said, make it a great day. Bye, y'all. Now, today you're going to tell us that y'all really means something. What does y'all mean?
Okay. Y'all's means, the meaning of y'all's is young adults learning life skills.
See, guys, it doesn't mean just y'all, because I don't know how to say you all. And what's funny is, I was raised in Jersey. I went to Jersey when I was 12, and I spent the last so many years there, a long time. And even though I had spent most of my life in Jersey, people always knew I was from somewhere else. And I spent pretty much half of my childhood, mostly all my childhood, and all of my adult life pretty much up until now in Jersey. But anytime I opened my mouth, they're like, where you from? And I was like, now my brother, they couldn't tell, but me, they could always tell because I still had that southern thing. I mean, it's okay because I'm a southern peach for real. I'm original. So it's all right. And I'm proud of that. But shout out to my people on the bricks in Newark. All right. So Terry, tell us about we're gonna talk about these special needs schools first, and then we're gonna talk about the Y'all's Group because I know both of those are very important to you. Tell us about the special needs school.
Okay. So as Audrey mentioned, Special Needs Schools of Gwinnett is a private. We are a nonprofit, a 501c3 nonprofit. So a private school. So we serve individuals from pre-K all the way up to high school, which would be adult, basically. Mm-hmm. So what's unique is that we are one of the only organizations that serves pre-K through adults because now we've had the Y'all's division, mm-hmm. But we've just the past 2 years really revamped it mm-hmm. and made it a division of the school. So as far as serving someone from pre-K all the way to adulthood, that takes out a lot of stresses, mm-hmm. A lot of darkness for the families because right now, individuals, with special needs age out at 22 on their 22nd birthday out of any public school sector. It doesn't matter if it's February, March, whenever they are done.
Right. So now with the special needs school, so you said you started pre-K all the way up to adults.
Correct.
Someone with a special needs child, what classifies, what determines if your child is special needs?
Learning disabilities, processing, all the way, into autism, Down syndrome, things of that nature.
And so your staff that's there, they're very. I know a couple people who have children who are autistic, and there are different levels of autism.
Right.
Do you say, okay, any kid with autism can come in, or they're like,
No, we're open to all different special
okay.
needs. We have to watch, obviously, for aggressive behaviors, but we, have gone through programming and things of that nature to be able to handle that as well.
What's the capacity for the kids? How many students does the school
We
cater to?
currently are at capacity at about
Wow.
55. So which brings me to the point that we actually are finally going to do a groundbreaking
Nice.
for our school building. So on August 27th at 1:30, we are holding the groundbreaking, and that way we can serve probably 40 plus
More.
additional
Oh, that's
individuals.
nice.
Yes.
So now, when you think about bringing on people to assist you, teachers and administrators, what are you looking for? Because I talk about teachers all the time. Gwinnett has some of the best teachers in the country.
Right.
What are you looking for? What? Because you have to be a special person.
You do.
You do. I know that. My brother used to tell me all the time, you should teach. And I was like, I don't think I'll be a good teacher because you need a lot of patience. I don't have a lot of that. But what are you looking for? What are you looking for in a person that wants to come in and help you guys with the kids that you're serving or in the young adults?
I think, and I kind of will relate it to what I look for in a caregiver for my daughter is, you want somebody that this is not just a job. This is a passion for them because you want this to be in their heart. You have no idea what each day, each hour is going to be like when you are in the special needs, community. So you just want somebody to have, they need to have leadership skills. They need to obviously have a lot of patience, something I don't think I could do.
Right.
But just be willing to change, be willing to, think outside of the box and what's going to work for each individual because everyone is different.
Everyone is. Let me ask you this because this just came to mind. I know you talked about your daughter who's 24.
24.
24. When you have a young baby, is there something that a parent can look out for to see if there could possibly something going on there? Like, are there like identifiers?
So that is something I do not know. So Morgan is actually my stepdaughter.
Okay.
So I'm her legal guardian. So, I know from listening to my husband, I think it was just the slower developing. She wasn't crawling. She wasn't making the sounds, that he had seen, with his previous children.
Right.
So that I really can't answer that.
No, that was a good answer because a lot of people may not know that. Like I know that, and some parents are in denial.
Yeah.
I know someone very close to me who has I think he's 5 now, but we knew like when we would see him, it's like, okay, he's 3, he's not talking,
right? And
they're like, oh, it's just gonna take him a minute. But I think a lot of parents deal with denial because, of course, we all want perfect children, and not saying that a child with special needs is not perfect; they're perfect in their own way. But I think for parents, a lot of times we look at perfect as being, they can do everything that the next one can do. And realistically, even if they don't have a special need, chances are they won't do everything the next one can do.
Right.
So how do you, when you're talking to parents, how do you kind of get them to be comfortable knowing that when they bring their child to special needs or to the special needs school or y'all's, that they're in good hands and that the people there understand them? And how do you how do you get them to like understand that we're here for you? We're here for you. We have services for you. You can relax a second. How do you get them to that point?
It's real hard. I mean, because, to trust your children, but when you have someone that has special needs and on the adult side of it, kind of what we see is where the parents have done everything for years or they've been in a very isolated classroom situation in private school to where your teachers and parapros were doing everything for them as well. So we like to, we have a very open door, come in, talk to us, communicate with us. We're going to do all that we can to get them to their full level of independence. That's not in a harsh way at all.
Right.
It's miraculous to, day to day see individuals, how much they change from when they started coming to now. they're speaking. You know,
Wow.
they're reaching out to other individuals, and they're telling us what their needs are. So it's that comfort level, and it's
Yeah.
that structure for them.
I'm sure you guys, do you guys have a waiting list? Because I could believe that.
The school has a waiting list for school age.
figured that.
We have the hardest part of my job with the y'alls is we right now do not have transportation as far
Okay.
as picking up like a bus route.
Primerica, we're calling you, Primerica. We saw what you did yesterday. I'm sorry, Terry.
basically. That's okay. We need all the help that we can get. So it's hard, kind of my thing. I have been thinking lately, and it's, these special needs children turn into special needs adults.
Mm-hmm.
They don't grow out of their disability. They don't grow out of those special needs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the same liberties, the same choices as you or I do.
Right.
I forgot where I was going with that. So it is, it's hard to get the community to kind of see that.
Really?
Yes, it is. Because, and I say that because there is a lack of programming once they age out
Okay.
of that, school system.
Right.
There is a lack of programming. There is a lack of support for that. And there is no telling how many individuals are just left to sit at home because their parents have to work. Their parents are also aging.
Right. Right.
So, our goal and our mission is to provide resources to families, whether they come to us or not.
So, but you know what? As I sit here and listen to that, you said there's not a lot of programming and not a lot of help. But I think that maybe, because I know we live in a really great community, and they're always doing something. And I hopefully this show and this episode will let people know. Listen, they need your help. That's why I do these shout outs. They need your help because there are people out there who are aging out. They are young adults. Listen, we have young adults who don't have special needs that need your help, but Terry's talking about those who do. And I think one of the things that we have to be open to is lending a hand. And I think we live in a great community where that's we get a lot of that. But if someone does want to lend a hand, what are you looking for? What are you looking? What type of help are you looking for? I know money is always a great thing.
Right. Yes. Financial support is always great. And that, what I mentioned to you in the email is that, outside of providing scholarships, because we don't, we do get government funding by way of each individual.
Okay.
But most of our individuals do not know that path. So that's
Right.
one of the things that we're doing is trying to provide that resource to them. So we need volunteers. We're out currently in the community 5 days a week. I will say we have some amazing community partners that we go and do jobs for them,
Okay.
Which in turn they give back to us, whether they do, taekwondo with us, feed us lunch,
Okay.
or whatever. So that's been amazing. So, we don't have a waiting list, but it's kind of because we haven't really been pushing, hey, we need more
Yeah.
individuals. We currently have 17, 16 are full-time, with 3 facilitators.
Okay.
We really need more
Facilitators.
responsible adults on hand when we're out in the community, just to keep them safe.
Okay.
And it's a day that you won't forget. I mean, it's to be around them is just heartwarming.
So what does a scholarship entail? So if someone wanted to gift a scholarship to a student or a young adult, what does that mean?
So right now our current fees are it's $25 a day. Yeah, and then yes.
Really?
Needs to be more, but we want to be able to reach and support, as many individuals that we can.
Okay.
So that's $500 a month.
Okay.
So if somebody, any little bit helps. A lot of these families, like I said, their parents are aging, they're hitting retirement age. So their funds
Right.
are not there as they used to be.
Oh, wow. So that's pretty doable. $25. Listen, you can give $25 a day. It take a young adult out to do some great things. So now I know that the special needs school has been around for 30 something odd years, and y'all's is a new program. How did you guys decide to spin off that program, y'all's group?
So the Y'all's group was actually established probably 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was established because we had an individual that went through the pre-K to high school, and the family had no outlet, had nowhere for that individual to go at that time. So the director at the time, just said, well, we'll just start an adult program. So the last 2 or 3 years, we've really worked hard to make it a division and to make it a true adult program to where they have community inclusion.
Okay.
To where they're learning skills, to where they have a program that supports them as an adult.
Okay. So now you talked about Morgan. How long have how can I say this so it don't sound crazy? How long have you been Morgan's stepmother?
Oh, now you're going to get me in trouble. So I've been Morgan's stepmom for 7 years.
Okay.
My husband and I dated. We have a little chuckle about that. So we dated for quite a while. So.
Okay. So now you came into a marriage with the daughter with special needs. How was that when you were not that used to handling a situation like that or parenting?
It was tough at times.
It was tough.
It was tough at times, but we've learned to deal with each other. The hard thing is, she's 24. Mm-hmm. She has the feelings that we do as adults, and doesn't want to be told what to do. Doesn't want to be nagged at all the time. Don't want to be told no. So that's why programs like this are great for these individuals, because it gets them away from their parents that are nags.
Oh, right.
So, that division during the day gives them an outlet, but also gives their parents that respite.
And that's nice, because I don't have a special needs child at home, but I have 2 seniors, senior citizens, my mom and my uncle. And it's so funny because I'm running to doctors, and then they go into their moods where they want to argue with each other, their brother and sister.
Right.
And they want to argue with each other. And so my daughter says to me, you should put cameras in the house and start your own reality TV show, because they are hilarious. And so I get it, but sometimes I just need to,
Yep.
just take a
that
minute,
mental break.
Take a mental break, and and I'll go to Barnes and Noble, which is one of my favorite places, and or my husband and I'll go to Lake Oconee and just relax.
Right.
But you need that sometimes, and so I know for when you have a special needs child, you have to have a lot of patience, and it's a lot of work sometimes, depending on the level of need your child has. I know I had my cousin. She had a special needs child, but she gave him up. She gave him to another cousin. She couldn't do it.
Right.
And that cousin, she was a lot older, never had children, was always very loving. She even took care of me. My mom was working 2 or 3 jobs because she was a single parent. And she passed away in November. We love her and miss her so much. But she had my cousin since he was a baby. And I knew when I saw him, he was crawling. But he was crawling, and then he was walking like the next year I saw him. But he was reading.
Oh, wow.
And I said to her, I said, she didn't know, because she was a lot older. She was in her 60s.
Oh, wow.
And she didn't know. And so I was like, that baby's reading? And she's like, yeah, he does it all the time. And I was like, there's something special about this kid.
Right.
And as he got older, we realized, okay, he is a special needs child, but he's on the high intelligent end.
Right.
But you could tell there's a little something different.
Yeah.
Right? He reads very well. He's very helpful, very loving, but he's very hyper sometimes
Right.
too.
Right.
So he has that hyper thing going on. But when it comes to I was like, oh my God. So I said to her, you have to really watch him and nurture that, because he is very special. And he has a little bit of something going on there, but he's very smart. And so she started to watch it. They got him tested. He does amazing in school.
Right.
But you can tell us a little bit something different. And I think what made me pay attention to that a lot, my daughter went to college, and she said to me, she called me one night. She said, oh, my God, you have got to watch the Temple Grandin story. She said, you will love it. And I did. And if any of you have never watched the Temple Grandin story, you got to watch it. It's going to change if you've never been around anyone with special needs and you want to kind of understand her just a little bit, she was extremely smart, but she had special needs. Mm-hmm. She didn't like walking through doors. Like, that was a thing for her. Like, she would freak out if she didn't want you to touch her, but she liked being hugged. Mm-hmm. You got to watch it. It's a great movie. It's called The Temple Grandin Story. And it's a great movie. She had special needs, but she was so smart. And when I saw, and she's still living, by the way. But you're gonna, if you watch that story, you're gonna understand how she changed the cattle, what do you call it, branding system. It's a great story. But anyway, so tell us about some of the programs that if I had a special needs child and I wanted to enroll them in the special needs school or the YAWS program, what are some of the programs that you guys offer there on a daily basis?
Programs meaning
services.
Well, I mean the YAWS group, the young adults is the day program, so it's a community access group. As far as the pre-K through high school, it is school. They are learning. They have a curriculum.
Okay. So because I'm thinking that like when I'm thinking about like a adult daycare kind of situation. Is it not like that, or is it?
We're not a daycare. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So it's not an adult daycare.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. They are, like I said, it's amazing to see, we are kind of refusing to split up into more independent, less independent, when we go out onto jobs because, and I just read a study about this the other day. It's, when you place someone that is less independent with someone that's higher independent, they kind of feed off of each other.
Oh, nice.
And so we have seen growth in individuals that, again, were nonverbal, wouldn't do anything, would just sit in a chair. But with us taking them out, they're now starting to take part in activities. One of the great things I think I mentioned, we're working with Dogwood Assisted Living in Grayson.
Right.
2 days a week. And just, we're working in their dining hall, rolling silverware, and that's great for them. It's fine motor skills as well as just, learning a task and helping out.
Right.
But also, talking to residents, playing games with residents. I'm just kind of filling that void for them as well.
See, that's nice. And I think that's really important because like you said, like if they're sitting home with their parents don't really have a lot of time to pay attention. So they kind of just let them put them there and kind of sit, kind of with any child. If your parent is busy, if the parent is busy, the kid is sitting in front of the television and they're learning from the TV. So the fact that they're out there, and what's interesting about what you said in that study, we put them with people that are a little bit different or higher, at a higher level than they are, and they kind of start to mimic that. That's with anybody.
Yes.
That's what anybody. You put me in a room with a millionaire. Guess what I'm doing? I'm a millionaire. That's what I.
Think about being.
That's right, because that's right. So that's amazing. I never thought about that. So now, I know you guys have some events coming up.
We do.
Let's talk about them.
So, again, Special Needs Schools of Gwinnett, our groundbreaking is on August 27th at 1:30. We invite anyone in the community to come. We'd be excited to see you. It's a great monumentous day for us. And then for the YAWS group, we are actually partnering with 2 other adult day programs that are phenomenal organizations, about the same size as us. The Exceptional Foundation of Atlanta and Friends You Need, are also known as the Fun Club.
I think I talked about them. Fun Club.
Have you?
Yes,
Okay.
I have. Friends You Need. I did talk about them. Okay.
Yeah. Great individuals. So we, I kind of thought, it's not a competition.
Right.
We all have the same mission. We all have the same focus. We, if I can't help an individual, they don't fit in with our group, then I'm going to pass them on to these guys. And I feel like we need more of that. We want to reach as many individuals that we possibly can support. All 3 of our organizations, depend heavily on community support, financial support, to continue to grow. So our 5K, charity run, walk, or roll is on.
I'll probably roll.
Or you can virtually do it. You can ghost walk.
Oh, nice. Ghost walk. What is that? That sounds like
just
fun.
get a T-shirt and you pay the entry fee.
Okay, how much is the entry fee?
$30.
$30.
Yes.
So you can ghost walk, which means you can pay the $30 for the entry fee, or you can come out and run. I'll probably walk.
Yeah.
I don't know about running. I still have these really bad knees, so I don't know about that. You said something very interesting. You said we work together. It's not a competition for us, and that's what I think a lot of business owners need to start to look at, like strategic partnerships and collaborations. Right. Because if you're strong in one area and you have a partner that's strong in another area, you guys can help each other out. So now, are you looking for more collaborative partners in this space?
We are, yes.
So when you look for a collaborative partner, what exactly are you looking for in a partnership?
You're talking about for the Y'alls? Or
Yes.
With this 5K. So the Y'alls. So we, anything that we can do that teaches them a skill, that gives them something different to do during the day, from paper shredding. We go and we clean all of the windows at Rose Jordan Park.
Oh, nice.
We work with Decula Family Sports. We just want to be able to help. We just want to feel welcome. We would, love, to build volunteers from that as well, in which, our partners have been great to where we can send a group with, an individual that works there and they're fine. They do great with them.
There's an organization that I talked about them way early on. It must have been episode 2. It was way early on, but she had an organization and she did these paint and sips mobile parties, and you could actually pay for her to go out and do a paint and sip mobile party, and I thought that was really cool. And it had a nonprofit piece to it, and I can't remember. I think what it was, if you held a party, the paintings were donated.
Canvases for a cause.
Yes, that's what it was. That's
Did
what
we
it
plug
was.
you, Melissa?
Yeah, Melissa. And I talked about Melissa. I couldn't remember. That's what it was.
Yes.
Canvases for a cause. So I think that's another.
She has
good
actually done a class with us.
And that was my question. Like, had you done something like that? Okay.
We have, yeah.
Oh, see,
yeah.
great minds think alike.
I actually used to work with Melissa in staffing.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being in this, being the director and just kind of, reaching out to individuals has shown me that there are still good people out there.
Yes.
There are still people that will
Yeah.
give their time and their resources.
Yeah.
To where day to day you really could kind of not think that.
Yeah, there are. I talk to a lot of them, and some people, they just don't know where to give and how to give. That's
Right.
why I'm always, when I do the shout outs, I give the website. There's a telephone number. I give that. Like, listen, if you can't get on the internet, call them.
Right.
Here's a telephone number. Here's an email for somebody, because I know that there are people who are listening who want to give. They just don't know how to give,
Right.
or don't know if they can give. I think the more I expand this show, especially when it comes to putting mobile apps on people's phone, and I can say, hey, listen, today my guest is going to be, and it goes directly to somebody's phone, they'll listen to the show and they'll be able to say, you know what, I want to give. And hopefully what I could probably do now that I'm thinking about it is include a giving link inside that episode.
Right.
When I start to get more people to download the apps.
Yeah,
Now that's just me thinking right now. Like, I'm just thinking, like, how can I be of more help to organizations like y'all's and special needs schools and Canvases for a Purpose and all these great for cause and all these great organizations that I shout out. So that's something I'm going to have to think about.
Right.
I can add a link to that episode inside the app. Okay. All right. I make a mental
So I
note.
didn't mention, the Bridge the Gap, is October 19th at Swanee Town Center.
Now, what is that, the Bridge Gap?
Bridge the Gap is the 5K run, walk,
Okay.
roll.
Okay.
And that's with the 3 organizations.
And that's October
19th.
Okay, October the 19th. So they got a lot of events that are going on. If you want to know more about those events, they can contact you. How?
Contact me how? Okay. They can. Okay, so my email address is y'alls, YALLS, @specialneedschools.org.
All right. That's y'all's. Listen, not my y'all. There y'all. So if you want to go out and support Terry and the y'alls in the special needs school, please do. They got great events coming up, so make sure if you want to come out and support them with the groundbreaking, that's going to be August 27th.
August 27th at 1:30.
August 27th at 1:30. And where's it going to be located?
660 Davis Road in Lawrenceville.
Go out, show some support. And if you want to support the organization by making a donation, being a volunteer, or if you have an organization and you want to bring the young adults over to help you do some things, go to y'allsgroup.org and fill out the information there, or send her an email there. Always love to be able to shout out and spotlight organizations. If you know of any more that could, that are in Gwinnett County, please let them know to contact me. Okay. And I'll do the same thing for them. Give them a shout out and let people know what they're doing, the great work. Listen, these people give of themselves. It's not easy work all the time, but it's rewarding, and they need your support. You can do a scholarship, $500 a month, or just $25 for a day. I'm going to do mine, so you should do yours too. Listen, it's Thursday. You know what it is. It's all I got for you today. I'll be back again on Monday, God willing. But before I go, I'm going to play one last song. Then I'm going to come back and give you the inspiration of the day. And then I'm going to go. All right? Stay tuned, y'all. Ha! Sound like I'm biting.
Everybody seems to know that I'm the one who crossed the line, and it got me lost. Everybody says the same, searching for a way to find a path back to self-control, but it got me lost. Everybody claims the same. Maybe getting lost is what I need just to find out how not to be found by someone like you again. I'm a reckless lack of self-control, and my impulsive thoughts of mine ain't for you to judge. Really, you're the one to blame. But no matter who I am, there's no understanding me. There's just nothing left for me to do but set my spirit free, hiding all my misery from losing you again.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Listen, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you a little bit of inspiration. It's Thursday. I know for some of you, it's the end of the week. For some of you, you got one more day. But I want to help you get through the rest of the day and feel inspired. So my inspiration of the day is, when you doubt, why doubt when you can dream? If you're going to waste any time thinking about something, how about dream about it? Don't doubt it. Don't doubt yourself. I know a lot of times we doubt ourselves. We doubt our abilities. We doubt the people that are around us. You doubt that it can happen for you. It can happen for you. So if you're going to waste time doubting, I say take that time to dream. That's all I got for you today. Listen, if you missed any episode of the show, go back over to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen to it. Remember, yesterday was Winning Wednesday. I gave away movie passes. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday because I'll be giving away something else. I don't know what it's going to be yet. You have to tune into the show to find out. I'll be back again tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back on Monday, God willing. Y'all be safe out there this weekend. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you miss an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.